Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Welcome to the world of magic and miracles. It's great to be here. What a life this is. What a journey. So much happening for each of us, each of you, every day. Changes that we can't really keep track of. But there's this feeling of expansion always. I often wonder if it's happening for everyone. And I know it is at some level. It's like your reality is shifting. Your limited perception of your single identity in this human reality is expanding, causing you to feel yourself in other places, in other times, in other ways, making something that seems one-dimensional, multi-dimensional, having that feeling of being here and being somewhere else at the same time. Losing your ability to navigate this physical reality in the way that you have always done. And each time you expand, you grow taller. And once you get past those oh shit moments, everything becomes grander, freer, less of a burden as you begin to float and have no fear as all the things fall away from you that kept you tethered to this one dimension, a dimension that you just came to play in and then leave and come back and play some more, change things, make them better. But never was it intended to hold you, to keep you tethered in its rules and regulations. So come fly outside of this physical dimension, or at least outside of what binds you to its structure. As usual, I have a few things to share. We are all so tuned into what is happening and what we are connected to. We each feel and are influenced by different things that are impacting our individual world and the world of the collective humanity. Most times we don't know which aspect of us is leading the response to what we are being led to focus on, for it is subtle and at the same time powerful. The simple truth is that we are everywhere at every time, and the power with which we wield allows us to impact in the physical the very thing that we are being led to focus upon. We have an affinity to certain things, as each one of us is different. This message today comes from the me that is commanding his ship within the fleet, and the me that is operating with and within the immense power of the galactic ship Antaria. This time, we won't have to start all over. A new kind of flood and the introduction of a new vibration. The new is upon us now, coming, like an infant wave that was born in the hearts and minds of humanity, then becoming a full-grown tsunami. We have ridden the chaos and turmoil, the disharmony and the unkindness all the way into the shore, using those things to create the lift for us to ride on top of the wave at speeds no one could have imagined. Many years ago, there was a great flood that came upon the world, and humanity would have to start anew, rebuilding itself upon the common values of unity, cooperation, and equality, one for all and all for one. With the assistance of its galactic family, Gaia herself and all her inhabitants were given a fresh start as the rebirthing of a new civilization was at hand. All the old negative entities and all those who built vast empires of wealth with corruption by coming into allegiance with those negative entities were washed off the planet. But those negative entities would return, and the energies that they delivered were produced to fuel an agenda of control and manipulation. And once again, corruption, greed, control, and power would take the lead in how the new civilization would be raised. So we are now, once again, and for the final time, in the midst of experiencing that same great and terrible flood. But this time, only those that have chosen to align themselves with those entities that want to control and manipulate humanity through fear will be washed away. And this time, we will not have to start from scratch. This time, the great wave of change will come for those that have deceived humanity and filled their coffers with riches and power. Those who have stolen from the poor to give to the rich. They still have a small window of time to change their ways and make reparations for all that they have taken from Gaia and humanity. But they better hurry, for the water is rising and will soon be at the front door of their mansions where all their spoils will be taken away, and they will be removed from this planet along with the negative entities that they have aligned themselves with. And there will be a new morning and a new day and a new night, and a great rejoicing will be heard throughout the land. You have made it to the promised land, and all that has been kept from you will now be released. All the doors that were shut will be open, and well-being and abundance will pour down upon humanity like an endless waterfall. We have all stood in the breach, and we have stood the test of time, and our resilience and courage will live in the annals of history forever. Your courage and love will be spoken about in the great halls for eternity and held by all beings everywhere. We, humanity, and the human entity have brought this forward. Through the power of our collective vision, we have brought this forward. Stored in our hearts and minds, unable to be removed or destroyed, even though over and over it has been tried. And now there will be a brand new vibration that takes us forward. For even the highest vibration that is able to be achieved and felt within this old world would still have a connection to this war that we have been a part of, that we have had to fight. But this new vibration will be connected to those words I said earlier. And there was a new day and a new night once again. This new vibration is connected to that feeling that comes inside your heart and brings a smile upon your face for no reason that you can describe. When that feeling comes upon you, all you know is the frequency of joy. This is what that new vibration will carry, and this is what humanity and the human entity will feel. And you know that when you are in those moments of indescribable joy, you have no recollection of the past or of anything negative. And this is what you will experience in this new vibration, for it will take you into a completely different reality that only allows joy and love without conditions. It is beyond beautiful and beyond amazing what we will feel within this new vibration. The dreams and longings of 8 billion beings backed by the power of their creator. A collective desire that no longer could be held back. A song and a chord sung by the choir of humanity. Sung with such harmony and force, such passion and fearlessness that the walls of Jericho will come tumbling down. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. And the earth will quake, and the skies will open, and the water will come upon those whose time has run out. Like a giant snow globe, we have shook up the world. But fear not, for this time all who have waited for this day to arrive will be spared every calamity that befalls those that have pressed their boot on the neck of you and our beloved humanity. All of us here have assisted in bringing us to this place of a clearing and a cleansing, something that needed to happen to make way for the new vibration. And now we will stand in awe as the new arrives, allowing us to celebrate and take credit for all that we have brought forward and all that we have done. This new vibration will allow us to finally rest and join one another in the great hall where the honor and respect for each one is immense. It is here that we, now in full remembrance of who we are, will tell our stories to one another of how we did such and such as we played our part in the great battle of freedom. We will laugh and smile and hug and celebrate as our mission will be completed. And after a time and a time, we will await our new mission for what we will do under the power of this new vibration to aid and assist in the development of the new world of magic and miracles, the industry of magic and miracles, and hypersonic magic. Many of us are stumbling to the finish line as our bodies are showing the wear and tear of holding the necessary energy to support what was coming. But as the song, the battle hymn of the Republic, so beautifully says, mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. He is trampling out the vintage where the grapes of wrath are stored. He hath loosed the fateful lightning of his terrible and swift sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on. The new world's coming like the glory of the morning on the wave, full of wisdom for the mighty, full of courage for the brave. And we will live in freedom and no longer be a slave. The light is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. The light is marching on. The day of the new morning, the sunflowers turn and face the light, and so do the rocks, the trees, the grass, the mountains, and you. And now a new light approaches, bright, full of colors never seen, full of vibrations never felt, and full of frequencies never heard. Everything is watching for this new light to arrive, the day of the new morning. New mountains will rise, ancient cities will come forward as they lift up to meet the new light. Every shadow cast on the face of the earth will be removed. This light can be felt, and this light can be heard in the harmony of the frequencies that vibrate the true love of the Creator. Each one of us has known of the coming of this light. That knowing was placed inside of us from the source of all that is. And each one will be made new as the light washes over everything and everyone. The transformation that we have all known about is now upon us, and no one will be able to resist this love. And in the twinkling of an eye, all will be made new. It seems as though this is too big of a project to complete. 8 billion people, animals, and all nature being returned to their original nature. But even as we are uniquely individual, we are also a part of the whole. So the light just has to wash over one to wash over all. And you are the one. It will start with you. There is no way to know how this will look because it is new and it has never been seen before. But know that you will be a leader in this new world and in the transition from the old. In the industry of magic and miracles, there will be companies bringing in free energy. There will be companies presenting new healing technologies, and there will be galactic technologies that change the way we travel. All hearts will be turned to caring for their fellow man, which is our true nature. No longer will greed be the engine that drives humanity, for we will lack nothing and freely give and receive as it is needed. What kind of light could do this for all humankind? You know the answer, because that light is in you. And when it pours onto the planet, it will resonate with the same light that has always been in you. A light that has been suppressed, covered over, stolen, and tried to be killed. So much so that you began to believe that the light originated from outside of you. Thinking this, you would continue to seek something that you already have. A great deception that worked for a while but could never be sustained because the light in you could never be killed. The light is in you, and you are in the light. And therefore, the light is also all around you, for it is everywhere. And like Jesus, many were sent to say in their own way, Lazarus, come forth. And the light came forth. And he rose from the dead and walked out of the tomb. And that light spreads to another, then another, and then another, until there is only light, flowing like a mighty river, engulfing all darkness in its path. You are that light, and you are that river, and you will merge with the light that is washing over the planet, and your heart will be filled with the satisfaction of completeness, for this is why you came. Let the tears of joy flow down your face and raise a glass to toast one another, for the light of all has been released, and it will take its rightful place in the hearts of all life. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. The light is marching on. Thank you, everyone, for joining me from my ship in the fleet and from the ship, the great ship named Ontaria. I deliver this message to you so that you may have a perfect life with perfect health and a perfect future. I am David.